Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I'll be doing my episode review for the most recent episode of The Strain, which premiered earlier tonight on FX. And it was another good one. Very, very good. A lot of stuff, well, not a lot of big stuff happened, but a lot of promising things happened, and I'm going to get to that. But before I start talking too much, please be warned, this video review will be full of massive spoilers regarding the most recent episode. If you're not caught up on The Strain, or if you're behind one or two episodes, I advise you to not keep watching or listening to this video, as I will be discussing massive spoilers, so you have been warned. That being said, really good episode. Really good. You know, we finally got some answers in terms of how to defeat the Master. We saw more of Satrakian's backstory. We saw that story unfold where when we first met him, going back to season 1, when he and Icorst are having a conversation in jail over the phone, and he talks about dumping his friend in the North Sea. We saw that backstory, which was awesome. We also saw some promising leads, but unfortunately they turned out to be false. We saw F and Dutch trying out new torturous scientific methods to disable Strigoi communication methods. We also saw Fett, going full-on commando on Strigoi, and then going deep alone in the dark, in tunnels, after a huge nest, and discovering that it's in Central Park. And now that the authorities know that, because he shared that with Justine, they can finally take the fight to the Strigoi. So that was very exciting. I also loved what a dick Icorst was in this episode. When he had his meeting with Palmer, and Palmer fell, and neither man, the new guy and Icorst, just sat there like, nurse. And, the nurse comes in, she helps him up. He's like, can someone give me a hand? And they still don't move. And Icorst, the whole time, is just giving Palmer this condescending look like, it's like, fuck you, man. I'm still mad at you, and you're not, you're on my shit list, so, I'm not helping you. Screw you. So, Icorst was just a real dick this whole episode to Palmer, and it was just really funny, I thought. I thought it was awesome, and it was a little unnerving as well, because I thought to myself, Fett has got a serious pair on him, and the man is not afraid of Strigoi at all, or anything for that matter. And he's going down there underneath the city alone. Of course, it is during the daytime, so Strigoi would be sleeping, but he encountered that construction crew. Oh, God. I was so excited and so happy when I saw that we see the two construction workers, and they're clearly doing something, and I immediately thought to myself, those aren't construction workers, those are probably possessed Strigoi, sentient Strigoi operating machinery. And sure enough, it was. And when we saw the rotating spinning I don't know what it's called, but it had multiple sharp circular blades on it. We saw that thing spinning. It was like crushing rocks. So it was like a rock crusher or something. And Fett got into a fight. I'm like, oh, God, he's going to kill one of them using that machine. Please use that machine. Please use that machine. And sure enough, he throws one of them into it, and it just grinds it all up, and the white shit goes everywhere. It was an awesome scene, but it was also, like I said, a little unnerving, because Fett was alone, didn't have anybody to back him up, and he was fighting Strigoi alone. And, if something had happened to him, he would have been alone, or, he got really physically close to several Strigoi, where the tongues got dangerously close to his face, to his body. Fortunately, they went around his machete blade, and he was still able to kill him, and thank God he wasn't infected. So, bottom line, Fett's okay. He's gonna live for now, and hopefully throughout the rest of the series. I also loved, what I liked about Satrakian's little flashback is that, yeah, it still kind of haunted him, because he does have a conscience, he's a good man, but he's also a man who has been pushed to the point in his life on several occasions, being a prisoner in a ghetto prison camp, Holocaust survivor, surviving World War II, surviving the Holocaust, building the Master's coffin, dealing with Eichhorst, hunting the Master, losing his wife, and now he finally had a chance to get some payback. He located another Nazi Strigoi stooge who was working for the Master and for Eichhorst, and of course, this guy sounded like he was some kind of evil, creepy, human experimentation scientist type in the camp where Satrakian was kept during the war, and he was obviously experimented upon by this guy, or he knew fellow Jewish prisoners were experimented upon by this scientist, who of course became a Strigoi after the war ended, and he was still had his Nazi paraphernalia with him as well. So I loved seeing, like, it was like sweet justice or karma from Satrakian's point of view, because he was painfully torturing this horrible man who was a Nazi scientist turned Strigoi, and it was like sweet justice, and it was like finally a chance for Satrakian to get some payback, to get some, revenge. And then of course he leaves him limbless, and then of course it's implied he throws the torso, the writhing torso of the Nazi scientist Strigoi in the box, and then throws him in the North Sea. It was like sweet justice. So that was very cool. Also, I mentioned the massive nesting site discovered by Fett, and then we also saw some progress on the Ossidio Lumen front. Quinlan and Quinlan and Satrakian, well, mostly Satrakian, discover there's you can see through the pages of the book. It can be seen through sunlight, so Strigoi couldn't read it, just as a safety precaution. Very smart. And of course, they discover that if they capture the main worm, the crimson worm, I think they referred to it, or the red worm, and they keep it in a silver lead box so it can't get out, it is kept contained, the Master will then become truly powerless. So now they know how to defeat him and how to kill him. The next step is finding out whose body he's inhabited and where he is, where he's hiding, because of course he's gone into hiding after their last encounter. That's when they reach out to Palmer, who's probably had his fill with Strigoi for now. Maybe not entirely, but he does need the white in order to maintain his healthier figure. And since Eichhorst from the Master won't supply him with any, obviously, he has to turn to Satrakian. So now they need each other. So let's see how long this alliance lasts. Very fun episode, very, very enjoyable. Can't wait for the next one. Glad to see all of our characters made it out okay for the most part. Loved the Satrakian flashback story. I hope you guys did too. What did you guys think of tonight's episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite part? What did you really like seeing? What do you think of the season so far? Please leave your comments, feedback, and opinions down below in the comments section. Let's please be respectful and be civil of one another's beliefs and opinions, of course. Please no trolling or an extreme negativity of any kind. You can disagree with one another. Let's just please keep it civil and be polite. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode review. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more review videos like this one. Check out my Facebook page in the description down below. I think you'll like what you see. Have a great rest of the night, everybody. Don't forget the Strain premieres with new episodes every Sunday night on FX. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. All right, guys, I hope you had a wonderful weekend and get off to a good start tomorrow for a new week. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.